Hey everybody, I'm Doug.
And I'm Pat.
Welcome back to the Doug and Pat Show. So Pat, we have about 21, 22 shows that we filmed.
And they're all fun-filled.
Action-packed.
Action-packed with valuable information.
Yeah. What happens when someone discovers the show in the middle, like they find us, let's say, at the GA40 show or the blindfold test, and they don't maybe realize that we have 21 or 22 shows? They can go to our website,
Yeah.
thedugandpatshow.com, and learn about all the shows. But I think because we're going to today do the Humbucking Shootout number 4, meaning there were 3 before that.
Did you go number 4?
Yeah. Is that what your number 4?
I thought you went like this, number 4.
I might have. We can edit that.
Did you go to college?
Yes, I did. I played there a couple times. I think people should go back to the original show. Here's the reason why I think that. It's because that when we're bringing these pickups in here, that these pickup winders have sent us, we are thinking about a particular sound that we find desirable. And these guys are sending pickups in to try to replicate that sound.
Right.
It sounds kind of simple, but unlike a lot of people online, I think, when we're talking about a PAF pickup, which is what we are, in, let's say, a Les Paul, we're talking about this. This is Oscar. This is an early 1958 Les Paul. If you haven't watched the show before, if you're just catching this first one, this is what it's all about for us.
Yep.
This guitar, out of all the many, many years that Pat as a collector and I as a player and a collector have heard, this is probably the singular best sounding Les Paul I think I've ever heard. It just sounds great. So this guitar with PAFs in it is what we're using as the benchmark for the sound that we're interested in. And we play it through the Vox amplifier with no effects, no processing into Pro Tools to try to get a pure sound. The guys that are sending pickups into us know this. So they are sending pickups in that they have made. Today we are going to be listening to the Tamm Customs, the RC pickups. Some of them we've had on the P90 show before. Sanford Magnetics, P90 show again, and of course Tyson Tone Lab, we've had some of his pickups on there before. The deal is that these guys are sending pickups in knowing that we are actually going to put them up against something. It's curious, you've got this really tight, close relationship with Jason Lawler. I know. It's more than just a Facebook relationship, I think.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Well then, I'll be on my best behavior here.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
No, Jason has sent me an email, and it was very nice. It was very nice. He responded, and gave us his views on his I guess, philosophy in his pickups and his marketing his pickups and winding his pickups and dealing with the public in general. And
his experience.
And he is very experienced, and in fact has written a book or two. So, he's kind of the, he and probably Seymour Duncan are probably the most renowned pickup manufacturers, at least on the West Coast anyway, of the United States. So,
What about DiMarzio, Larry DiMarzio?
I don't even know where he's from.
New York?
Is he?
Yeah.
That's not the West Coast.
No. No.
And
Not anymore.
No. It could be.
Yeah.
Though if things happen out here, the fault like they're talking about.
Don't get me going on that.
Okay.
So Jason was really great about writing back to us because Pat, in part of his duties of the Doug and Pat Show, is he's on the phone all the time talking to people around the country about pickups and talking about amplifiers and all that. My job, I kind of answer the emails. We both clean the studio, as you can see in the last show. And Jason wrote a really nice email to us about the things that he does. But the thing, Pat, I got to say about this, and I would mention this in all fairness to Jason, as in all of the pickup guys that do demos, is they don't do a demo comparing it to the real deal when they say they're making a pickup that's based on the real deal. I know,
Yeah.
not all PAF sound alike. We know that.
That's right.
But when we play this guitar, which we do, then we play the pickups that have been sent in by Tamm and RC and Tyson and Sanford and all the other guys that have sent in stuff. They know that we're going up against these guys. I think Jason Lawler and Seymour Duncan, when they're going to make a vintage sounding pickup, they should compare it without a musical track to the vintage guitars that they say they're making those pickups for. That's what I think.
Yep, I think you're right.
That's just what I think they ought to do. One of the emails we got, Pat, was about pickup height. How do we adjust the pickup height on our humbucking pickups?
Very carefully.
Damn betcha. Let's talk about that for a second. Does it make a difference?
That's for you to decide.
That is exactly the correct answer. So what we thought we would do is we would take Oscar, and then we would take the Heritage with a humbucking in it, and we're going to drop the pickup down. So right now this pickup's about 1/4 of an inch away, the bridge pickup, from the string when the strings are held down here.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to play this for a second, all wide open through the Vox and backed off a little bit through the Vox with it at this level. Then we're going to drop the pickup down, way, way down, and hear what it sounds like. Then we're going to do the same thing with the Heritage H150 that we have at this moment, the Sanford Magnetics pickup in it, because Nathan Sanford also makes a humbucking that's wound under 7K. And what we do is, I'm just kind of curious, if we take a pickup and we drop it way down from the strings, does it sound similar to an underwound pickup? Let's find out. It doesn't have as much power,
Yeah, definitely lost time.
but it sounds the same. I don't know what it sounds like out there. I guess we'll find out pretty soon. I'm not going to lower it down really any more than this, but that's pretty low. Let's check out the Heritage with the Sanford in it, and let's do the same thing to it.
All right.
This is the Heritage with lowered way down there.
It is.
Yeah. See what it does. Guitar's all the way up. So what we're going to do is we're going to play back to back all the pickups that have been sent in by these 4 builders. And we want to thank all 4 of them because they've all been great in conversation with us about how they build pickups, their philosophies. We're in touch with them all the time. And they've also been patient. Some of them, you know, sent these pickups in February, Pat.
Really?
Yeah, you would know. I mean, I call Pat and I don't know. So Pat has got this thing that he's doing now besides calling around and doing gear, which is called babysitting the dogs for his children.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So it's competition for the Doug and Pat show. So I'm not saying anything about it. You know, I'm not being judgmental or anything.
No.
No.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
All these pickup manufacturers, these 4 today, they're all named Robert. Why is that?
One of them's not.
Well, Nathan Sanford, but Robert's his middle name. I know it is.
We actually made an agreement that we were going to call him Robert anyway because it's easy for us to remember.
But why
Sorry,
is that?
Nathan. I really don't know, but I bet if people write in, they could tell us.
There's a guy in town named Robert Stull.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Pat, he's been on our show.
He's got a place called Guitar Crazy.
Yeah.
So look him up online.
Is that honest, Bob?
That's honest. Bob is a very honest guy.
Honest guy.
Fairly honest.
Fairly honest, which is about all that we can ask for. Okay.
There you go.
These guys, the Bobs and Nathan, so Tamm Custom Pickups, RC Pickups, Sanford Magnetics, and of course Tyson Tome Lab that we did the road show on. Thanks guys for sending these in. Thanks guys for putting these up against Oscar. We're just going to run them back to back. These are both the neck pickup and the bridge pickup. And then we'll touch bases after we're done doing that.
All right.
They all sounded a little different, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Back to the thing that we were talking about earlier is that the pickup winders that are on here are ready to talk to you. If you're going to order a pickup, and I think this is really important. We chatted about this a little earlier. We fought about it a little bit. If you're going to order a pickup and you don't know what it sounds like, and you're going to custom order a pickup, it's going to cost you some money, no matter who makes it. We suggest that you call these guys and talk about what it is that you're looking for, what sound it is that you're looking for, and have that conversation, don't you think?
Yep. Yep.
Because otherwise, how do you know?
You don't.
And so what if you ordered 100 pickups?
Mm-hmm.
Would that help? And then you could just go through them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd do that.
That's not a viable option. So that's what you ought to do. You ought to be calling them and talking to them and deciding what kind of sound you're after. You know, the recording that we're doing, unlike most of the other websites, we are just playing the guitar all by itself. So the people can hear just the sound of it all by itself. Granted, it is a recording, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying not to run it through a lot of electronics, but That sometimes is not possible. But here's another thought. I wonder what the pickups would sound like, starting, let's say, with Oscar, if we played it along with a track, with a song. What would it sound like in the song? It would still be a sound of a recording in a recording.
Right.
We don't know what it would sound like live because you all can't fit in our studio. But at least it's something. And so we decided to get proactive about that. So we put together a song. And the song is inspired by an email that we got from a guy. And his email was entitled Chasing Oscar. That's a pretty good name, we thought.
It is. It is.
Why don't we call the song Chasing Oscar? Because that's really what we're doing. Because that's the sound that we're after, for the most part. So we put together a piece called Chasing Oscar, and we are starting to play all of the pickups and all the different vintage guitars one at a time using that song. And today we're going to introduce you to Chasing Oscar with Oscar.
Okay.
Is it a danceable piece? Let us know on that. Here it is.
Hum along with it.
Yeah.
Right. It's very catchy. It's very catchy.
You can whistle to it.
In fact, if you send us $9.99, we will send you a copy of Chasing Oscar.
Now you got to watch
He
what
will.
you say. You got to
He
watch
will.
what you say. No, we won't. But you'll have a copy of it in a second. So here it is, the worldwide introduction to Chasing Oscar.
Yes.
Is it a hit? We think it's a hit.
It is.
And we have lots of recordings now that we're doing with all the different pickups in the Heritage, in the same guitar, the Heritage, and all the vintage guitars with Jane, the 60 Sunburst, the specials, and all that, just so we can hear what they sound like. So we will probably be doing a show called Chasing Oscar, and we'll play some of those back to back. Anyway, you get to see all the shows at our website that we pay big bucks to for somebody in a foreign country. We dish out tons of dough. We don't even know where it is. Yeah, we do. It's called thedougandpatshow.com, and you can go there and see all the shows that we've done. Go back to the beginning, walk your way through. We got merchandise. We have the Doug and Pat Show t-shirts, suitable for all social occasions. As winter comes along, the Doug and Pat Show beanie hats.
Yes.
Those would be good too. And it's all part of our campaign to make Doug and Pat rich, which we hope you are going to get behind real soon.
We're well on our way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got $6 the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dang. We put that into the gas tank of the Doug and Pat Show official yacht.
That's right.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. More later. I'm Doug.
And I'm Pat.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you very much.